ASM artist. Today we're doing another comic book reading. Reading part number 2 of The Dark Knight Returns. If you missed part number 1, there's a playlist in the description below. Book 2, The Dark Knight Triumphant. Problem with crime is, the more you know, the more nervous it makes you. Me, I can't look at that doorway over there without thinking of the 72 corpses I've found in spots like that. Shot or stabbed or just beaten to death because they were too stupid to keep their distance. Too stupid or too civilized. One's the same as the other in Gotham City. I pass a liquor store, run my eyes over the rigid features of the hunk of metal that used to be a friendly merchant. I wonder how many men he's had to kill just to stay in business. I see a high-priced car gleaming like new in the streetlight, once a symbol of wealth and power, now just another target in a city of victims. A young boy dashes past me, healthy, dirty, and beautiful. You don't want to know what he makes me think of. I curse Sarah, not meaning it, for her hippie vegetarian recipes and the bean sprouts she forgot to pick up. Then my cigar does its usual, and I cough up a load of brown stuff. I'm amazed as my head goes light and the spots dance in front of me that she convinced me not to smoke in my own home. Then I suck it again. Dying never seemed real to me when I was young. For some reason I want to see Bruce, not to talk. I mean, sure to talk, and maybe to drink. Even though he seems to have given that up, suddenly the hair bristles on the back of my neck. I hear a girlish giggle and the cold, oiled sound of a gun being cocked behind me. I see the face of a killer who isn't yet old enough to shave. I think of Sarah. The rest is easy. The Council of Mothers today petitioned the mayor to issue a warrant for the immediate arrest of Batman, citing him as a harmful influence on the children of Gotham. Another petition on the mayor's desk came from the Victims' Rights Task Force, demanding any official sanction of the vigilantes' activities. The mayor spoke to reporters this afternoon. Still in consultation, it's still in consultation. Incidents of violence to criminals continue to abound in Gotham. We cannot be sure which are the work of Batman and which he has inspired. Excuse me. I've just been handed this bulletin. Commissioner James Gordon has been shot and killed. Oops, sorry folks, I read it wrong. Gordon has shot and killed a 17-year-old member of the Mutant gang. Gordon was attacked outside his West End apartment. Oh wow. What a bring down. 17 years old. Machismo with a badge, just like Chicago. Remember Chicago, hon? Not real well, I was tripping the whole time. One step street pizza, maximum checkout. Wins aces and the ledge isn't too much smaller than a balance beam. Sure, just slippery and about a mile up. Well, walls keeping me real clean, like under a car. Figure it in, spend 2 weeks lunch money on the suit. Oh, real good, Gary. some Robin, I figure. Commissioner, you just shot a boy. How does that feel, Commissioner? Thank you, Hernando. This is the third attempt on Gordon's life in the 3 weeks since the leader of the Mutant organization made his videotaped death threat. We will kill the old man Gordon. His women will weep for him. We will chop him, we'll grind him, we'll bathe in his blood. I myself will kill the full Batman. I will rip the meat from his bones, and I will suck them dry. I will eat his heart and drag his body through the street. Don't call us a gang, don't call us criminals. We are the law, we are the future. Gotham City belongs to the mutants. Soon the world will be ours. Gordon, facing mandatory retirement later this week, has offered to stay at the job until the mutant crisis has been resolved. Police Media Relations Director Louis Gallagher had this to say. Nice of Jim to offer, but I think we all know things will cool out once he steps down. The mutants have a thing about him. No, I think it's time for new blood. Strangely, that new blood has yet to be officially announced. While Inspector John Dale seems to be the obvious choice, the mayor has yet to commit himself. I'm still polling options. With a scant 6 hours remaining, the questions hang in the air. Who will replace Jim Gordon? And what will become of the official position on the Batman, Tom? Good question, Lola. Mrs. Joyce Ridley was admitted to a private hospital upstate for a psychiatric observation following her collapse this morning. Her 10-month baby Kevin, heir to the Ridley chewing gum fortune, is still missing. Anyone with information is urged to call the crisis hotline. That's right, man. 1 million or you never hear the little cry again. I be calling in an hour with the where and when. Bye. Ridley's gon' frit, begging to pay. Hit it with the trank, man. Let's just flush him down the John, man. He's flush, man. Soon we get the mill. He's messed himself. Man, stick his butt in he... Door was locked. Shh. Chill, man, it's just a bat. Jeez, get away. Oh man, it is him. Grace, keep your gun on the kid. Spot, get out of the way. Should have gotten out of the way, Spot. What? The wall. Back off, man. I'll kill the kid. Believe me, man, I will. Believe me. I believe you. A ruthless, monstrous vigilante strong at the foundations of our democracy, maliciously opposed to the principles that make ours the most noble nation in the world and the kindest. Frankly, I'm surprised there aren't 100 like him out there. 1,000 people are fed up with terror, with stupid laws and social cowardice. He's only taking back what's ours. These and many others are the reactions to the phenomenon that has struck a nerve center in our society, the return of the Batman. Tonight we'll examine his impact on our consciousness. From Metropolis, we have Lana Lang, managing editor of the Daily Planet. Joining us from Gotham City, Dr. Bartholomew Wolper, popular psychologist and social scientist, author of the best-selling Hey, I'm Okay. And with us tonight from his office in Washington, presidential media advisor Chuck Brick. Dr. Wolper, you have claimed that the Batman is himself responsible for the crimes he fights. Still, crime rates have shown a steady drop in the week since his return. How do you explain this? I'm glad you asked me that question, Ted. It is true that Batman has terrorized the economy, disadvantaged and socially misaligned, but his effects are far from positive. Picture the public psyche as a vast, moist membrane. Through the media, Batman has struck this membrane a vicious blow, and it has recoiled, hence your misleading statistics. But you see, Ted, the membrane is flexible and permeable. Here the most significant effects of the blow become calculable, even predictable, to wit. Every antisocial act can be traced to irresponsible media input. Given this presence of such aberrant violent force in the media can only lead to antisocial programming. Just as Harvey Dent, who's recovering steadily, thanks for asking, assumed the role of ideological doppelganger to the Batman, so a whole new generation, confused and angry, will be bent to the matrix of Batman's pathological self-delusion. Batman is, in this context, and pardon the term, a social disease. That's the dumbest load of Lana, please, the network. Didn't it suck? Mr. Brick, the president has remained silent on this issue, don't you and he feel that national uproar over the Batman warrants, if not action, a statement of position? Heck, Ted, he'll be around to a press conference sooner or later, but the president's gotta keep his eye on the big picture, and this Batman flaptrap, well, it's noisy, alright. That's big cape and pointy ears. It's great showbiz. And the president knows his showbiz. You just keep your shorts on, Ted. Pretty soon now the ratings will drop on this one and it'll blow over. Besides, I think the whole thing is just as likely a hoax. Networks have done worse. I mean, Bad Boy'd be pushing 60 by now if he was ever real. Funny nobody's ever taken a picture of him. Mighty funny, I say. Miss Lang, you're the Batman's most vocal supporter. How can you condone behavior that's so blatantly illegal? What about due process, civil rights? We live in the shadow of crime, Ted, with the unspoken understanding that we are victims of fear, of violence, of social impotence. A man has risen to show us that the power is and always has been in our hands. We're under siege. He's showing us that we can resist. Lana, you haven't exactly answered my question. Next up, fighting crimes. Do you know who I am, punk? I'm the worst nightmare you ever had. Kind that made you wake up screaming for your mother. Where am I? You've got a mother, don't you? Every punk should have a mother. Can't see, man, what's on my face? Quite an arsenal you and your buddies had. The 45 was nothing special, of course. I think I'm bleeding, man. I need a doctor. But that Smith & Wesson 41 your pal was carrying, which pal? The one you perforated. That pistol was odd, man. especially since it was adopted for a silencer. You just don't run across that, not outside of military intelligence. But that M60 of yours, that's combat weaponry. Same kind another member of your gang tried to use on Jim Gordon. So, fill me in, punk. The mutants have a wholesale deal with the army. You've got a lot of teeth left, and I haven't even touched your tongue. Solid, man, I'll tell you. Deal is, no cops, man. I walk. What do you say, man? I don't think you understand the situation. You're not in a position to negotiate. Let me show you. It was tough work, carrying 220 pounds of sociopath at the top of Gotham Towers, the highest spot in the city. The scream alone is worth it. What's your red card, man? What's your red card? I heard this is a con game. See for yourself, man. What's your red card? Man, what the heck? It's the drain, thinks Margaret Corcoran. My legs never hurt like this when I wait tables. The drain, it won't let the pain lie in my calves where I'm used to it. Varicose veins, the doctor said. Easy for him to tell her to quit her job. Easy for him to talk about surgery. Surgery with no insurance and 2 payments left on Jamie's braces and the turn-off notice from the electric company with winter on its way. She feels the metal square inside her purse and smiles. Almost nobody tips anymore, but an uptown drunk left $10 on the table tonight. What with the turn-off notice, it was wrong to spend the tip on the pain. But young Robert's art teacher says he has talent. She pictures Robert's able little hands, his eager smile. Her purse strap bites into her shoulder, and Margaret Corcoran, who had not pleaded with Blue Cross when they canceled her insurance or with Citicorp when they repossessed her car, begs like a wino for a $10 paint set. She feels her purse hit the stomach of the train, rumbles to a stop. She hears them laugh. She lands hard on the cement, but it only hurts. She feels the square of the metal and thanks God. It can't help but cry. Then she feels something heavy and round like an apple in her purse. Woman explodes in subway station. Film at 11. The General's record is an anthem of orders barked between deafening explosions, of a steely, reassuring voice above the cries of wounded men. An anthem shattered into discord, and its last few notes with misappropriated weapons sold to the mutants. I almost asked him why. Words come down, man, from the leader, so get in. We doing crimes, man, and we got quota. Got no time for speeches. No talking speeches, man. Talking war. Got an hour to make the dump. Okay. The dump. I loathe the dump. But it's the mutants, and it sounds major, so he might be there. The guard at the gate 12 is nodding off when I find the trucks. They aren't even locked. You could overthrow a small government with this much firepower. If it's war they want, I've got just the thing. joyous reunion of the Ridley family, and now a sad note. Four-star General Nathan Briggs is dead, an apparent suicide. Relatives say Briggs had violently depressed since his insurance company refused to sponsor a rare treatment that may have saved his wife, who is dying from Hodgkin's disease. In another news, Police Media Director Louis Gallagher has promised an answer soon to the question that's on everyone's mind: who will be the new police commissioner of Gotham City? The heat is on, Your Honor. I can see that. Can't you tell that I can see that? Wish we could just hold an election. Not for commissioner, Your Honor. Not anymore. No, it's up to you. Tough decision, too. Gordon's popular. I know that. Don't you think I know that? And I've given it a lot of thought. Dale's looking good to me. He's available, and he's black. Black's passé, Your Honor. Besides, Dale's neutral on this Batman thing. And you know what your own neutrality is costing you. I'm not neutral. Who says I'm neutral? I'm conflicted. Seems to me that this is your big chance, Your Honor, to show what a leader you are. You make a bold decision about Batman. Decisions you'd think all there is running a city is making decisions. Well, alright, Gallagher, I'll make a decision. I'll show them who's boss. In my own private authority, I assign you the task of finding me a police commissioner. I already have, sir. Master Bruce. Who else, Alfred? Of course, sir, it's just that the signal is coming from inside. That's right, Alfred. I'm taking her out. I hit the engine. She responds like it was yesterday. It is yesterday. I am excited, no, thrilled. Can't you tell I'm thrilled to give you the next police commissioner of Gotham City, Captain Ellen Yindle, the youngest ever to hold the office, and of course the first woman. Ellen Yindle brings with her an astonishing arrest record from Chicago. She was quick to answer on the subject of Batman. I'm surprised there is a controversy. His actions are categorically criminal. He will have him brought to justice. To trial, excuse me. Yes, I'll be specific. My first act as police commissioner will be to issue an arrest warrant for the Batman on charges of assault, breaking and entering, creating a public hazard. Little more than half the age of the man she's replacing, Ellen Yindle, is a woman. Did you say something, Jim? Nothing, sweetheart. The dump stretches out of sight from the far bank of the West River. I'm told it is somewhere before the farmlands. It smells of rot and rust. It's a breeding ground for insects and rodents. I cut the engine and listen to the one of the rodents. They call us a gang. They call us a mob. They think we just noisy kids. Only when they die by our hands and see their women will they know we have the strength, we have the will, and now we have the guns. Gotham City belongs to the mutants. Take the guns, take the bombs, storm police headquarters, kill and kill. Bring me the head of the old man Gordon. My trudgeon will carry it through the streets. I listen for as long as I can stomach it. Then I let him know I'm here. I shall crush the full Mutants, surrender now or be destroyed. The Batmobile called it, Dick. The kind of name a kid would come up with. They don't even wait for the order. Young people these days, no respect for history. I modified her during some nasty riots 15 years ago. The only thing I know of that they can cut through her hide isn't from this planet. The mutants use hand grenades. They use rocket launchers. Something bounces off the hull that must have come from a bazooka. They do each other a lot of damage. Rubber bullets, honest. Great dinner, hon. Thanks, babe. Hey, don't we have kids? I call you coward. Come out, coward. Face me. I kill you. Eat your heart. The last shots have stopped echoing, but the moans and cries will continue long into the night. I feel the empty seat beside me, and once again I think of you, Dick. I look at one creature who isn't wounded or hiding. We never faced anything like this. We only fought humans. Master Bruce, come in, please, Master Bruce. But there he is, Dick, the mutant leader. A kind of evil we never dreamed of. There he is, square in my sights. And there's only one thing to do about him that makes any sense to me. Just press the trigger and blast him from the face of the earth. Though that means crossing a line I drew for myself 30 years ago, I can't think of a single reason to let him live except he's got exactly the kind of body I wish he didn't have. Powerful without enough bulk to slow him down. Every muscle a still spring ready to lash out. And he's young, in his physical prime. And I honestly don't know if I could beat him. Master Bruce, you've shut down the weapons. Can't have a back door, Alfred. Might be tempted to use it. Sir, you can't be serious. Sir, he'll kill you. Come on, man, you boring me. I make him eat some garbage, then I help him swallow it. A beauty to his solar plexus. I worry he might drop too soon. Then his claws dig into my back, his vile teeth like razors on my trapezius. He's right, he had all the time in the world. You slow, man. He shows me what a fast kick is. Something explodes in my midsection. Sunlight behind my eyes as the pain rises. A moment of blackness. Too soon for that. Too soon. What's wrong with me? No. Ribs intact. No internal bleeding. Let it look worse than it is. Let him get close. Not yet. Not yet. Give him everything I've got. His neck holds. His nose shatters. Bone bites into my knuckles. The idiot starts laughing. Insane. Let me tag him just to show he can take it. Okay, show me. Show me exactly how much it takes to break you. Getting tired, old man. Least I can do is shut him up. One to the neck should teach him brand new kinds of pain. go. No, don't go into shock. Don't. Cold, getting cold, cold, old, cold. No, no, don't go into shock, Dick. Where are you, Dick? You're always my little monkey wrench. Dick. Got yourself in deep again, Dick. Always in over your head. Remember Two-Face, Dick. Robin, the boy hostage. That's what Two-Face called you. Heh, you hated that. Lucky, you're lucky I'm always here to bail you out. Dick. Still alive. Hot Gates today signed a $12 million contract with Landmark Films to star in a screen version of Snow White. I'm doing it for the kids, says Gates. In other news, Galaxy Broadcasting President James Olsen assured viewers that the television writers' strike, now in its fourth year, will not affect the year's programming. A political performance commission was awarded the president an unprecedented 5 credibility points for his handling of public perception during the economic crisis. This just in, eyewitnesses report explosions ripping across the Gotham dump. A News 4 helicopter is on its way, folks. Gently now, gently, good girl. Now you just run along home. Son, I hope you don't mind if I get right down to brass tacks. Not at all, Mr. President. Take your time. Yes, it is at that. Well, son, you know how I like to keep you out of domestic affairs. What with all the ruckus you kick up? Yes, sir. Well, it's a ruckus I'd like you to straighten out for me in Gotham City. Just between you and me and the fence post, I'm worried about a friend of yours. Here, have a mint. Thank you, sir, but I'm not hungry. I love mints. Son, I like to think I learned everything I know about running this country on my ranch. I know it's corny, but I like to think it. And well, it's all well and good on a ranch. I mean, for the horses to be all different colors and sizes, long as they stay inside the fence. It's even okay to have a crazy bronco now and then. Does the hands good to break him in. But if that bronco up and kicks the fence out and gets the other horses crazy, well, it's bad for business. World's changed, son. It's not like the old days. I wish it were. I'd give him a medal. You want a medal, son? No, thank you, sir. I love medals. Now, son, I'm not asking you to drag him kicking and screaming into the stable. Just settle him down. Ride him around the yard a few times if you have to. Sir, I can talk to him, but, well, I'd appreciate it. I just hate to see things get out of, well, I just hate that. Give it a shot, son. Your country's counting on you. Yes, sir. Good boy. Oh dear, he's not doing well at all. Please stay out of the way of the censor. What are you doing with his arm, young lady? A scene of total warfare. 83 members of the Mutant gang have been found suffering with bullet and shrapnel wounds. Among those captured by police is the Mutant leader, who claims the Batman used military weapons in the attack and also claims to have defeated the Batman in personal combat. Batman is a coward. I broke his bones. I conquered the fool. I made him beg for mercy. Only by cheating did he escape alive. Let him go with his women. Let him lick his wounds. His day is done. Gotham City belongs to the mutants. Careful, man. You're bouncing around too. No, not bouncing me. Don't worry. Stretchers on a gyroscope stays level no matter what. That's keen. Now don't you strain yourself, sir. You've got quite a lot of internal bleeding. This young lady was kind enough to help you aboard. I know what she did, Alfred. Where did you learn to set an arm, make a splint? Girl Scouts. What's your name? Carrie Kelly. Robin. Mine's Bruce. Sir, you're delirious, sir. You just rest. Now, don't try to speak. We're only moments from the hospital. No, hospital, Alfred, the cave. But, sir, the cave and Robin comes with us. Soon my army will storm Gotham City. Soon the head of Gordon will be carried through the streets. Then I will hunt your new cop, your woman cop, and I will... The rest of the mutant leader's statement is unfit for broadcast. I don't think you realize what you're suggesting, Dr. Wolper. Harvey Dent didn't exactly bring us positive publicity in this one. I know, Glenn, I know. But I'm not talking about a release. This will be a controlled environment, and it would be so good for him. Him I'm not worried about. Come now, Glenn, he's been nearly comatose for more than a decade. If you just talk with him for 5 minutes, Glenn. I don't know, there's something supernatural about that one. Now that's a fine way to speak in a house of medicine, isn't it? Listen, put all the guards you want in the studio, if it'll make you feel better. 5 minutes, Glenn. He is a patient. Okay, all right. 5 minutes. Excuse me, we're heading straight for a brick wall. Don't worry, Robin. It's just a hologram. Sir, I urge you to reject Dr. Wolper's suggestion. I don't deserve this charity. My crimes were horrible beyond all words. I am beyond redemption. Please just lock me away from human memory. The cave. I leave them behind me. I leave it all behind me. I go to the dark place where I first met you, before my parents died, before I learned what I am. I'm dying, but I can't die. I'm not finished yet, and you're not finished with me. Then something shuffles out of sight. Something sucks the stale air and hisses. Sliding with ancient grace, eyes gleaming untouched by love or joy or sorrow, breath hot with the taste of fallen foes, the stench of dead things, cursed things. Surely the fiercest survivor, the purest warrior, glaring, hating, claiming me as your own. We will come for our leader. We will raise Gotham. We will destroy Gotham. We'll taste Gotham's blood. On hearing this message from the mutants, Commissioner Gordon himself and 20 men on 24-hour alert. While the mayor was quick to speak out, this whole situation is a result of Gordon's incompetence. In the terrorist actions of Batman, I wish to sit down with the mutant leader to negotiate a settlement. What do you think, Trish? His Honor gone nuts? Not at all, Bill. Frankly, I expect the mayor's credibility rating to go through the roof, especially if he's successful in the negotiation. This, combined with his strong stand on Batman and making a woman the next police commissioner, well, I think we've got a whole new mayor on our hands. Public perception-wise, that is. Arnold Crimp fingers the cold steel thing in his pocket and stares at the movie marquee. does not throw up. He thinks about Led Zeppelin and how they're trying to kill him. He had not known about Led Zeppelin until Father Don on TV had explained it last night. Father Don said that Led Zeppelin hid a prayer to Satan in their music. Their song Stairway to Heaven. They hid it very well. They recorded it backwards. Arnold Crimp took an album from the record store where he worked until they fired him this afternoon and transferred Stairway to Heaven to tape. Then he played the tape backwards. He played it 47 times until he was absolutely certain that Father Don was right. But the young girl, who was painted like a prostitute, didn't believe him. That was this afternoon in the store. He explained it to her very carefully. She said awful words. He lost his temper and broke the record in 4 pieces that were exactly the same size. The young girl, who was painted just like a prostitute, screamed for the manager, and the manager walked out from the whole room and wouldn't even listen and fired Arnold Crimp. That was this afternoon in the store. Every morning and evening until tonight, of course. He had walked 6 blocks out of his way to avoid this neighborhood. It's worse than he imagined. Row on row of pictures of women and words and words and words. He stopped at this one, the one he is in right now, and read the title that did not make him throw up. The title is My Sweet Satan, which is what Arnold Crimp is absolutely certain he heard when he played Stairway to Heaven backwards. On the screen, a nun is doing something, and she's painted exactly like a prostitute. 3 slain in Batman-inspired theater shootout, details to follow. Iron Man Vasquez can't taste his Snickers bar. He knows he should be out here, out and home, waiting for Biggers to send $60, $30 for each leg. He thinks feeling nothing and not tasting his Snickers bar. He pushes through the cotton in his head and remembers the last time he felt something. It was in the first and only round of his fight. The last fight when Captain Warrior hit him across the nose. Broken Nose Vasquez. Biggers had called him. Just laughed when Iron Man cried like a baby and begged for another fight. Then Biggers put his fat arm around Iron Man's shoulder and told him the only way he could make money now. Suddenly his eyes sting and Iron Man hurts all over and realizes he's reading about a man who dresses like a monster and makes things right. The next time Iron Man Vasquez feels something, he's standing in a restaurant with something on his face and a gun in his hand. He hears a truck backfire. Crazed would-be killer dresses as Batman after this. A devout Catholic. Peppy Spandek can't say he approves of this Batman. But when he hears the woman scream down the street, he knows he should be afraid. Instead, he's looking for the alarm system that cost him 2 months' profits and the iron bars over his windows that make his beautiful shop look like a prison. He can feel his pulse just below his ears and he knows he's gone crazy. But the mugger is running, afraid of Peppy. Nobody is hurt badly enough for this to make the news. On update, the mayor is this minute in consultation with the mutant leader who's agreed to meet not alone. Meanwhile, the mayor's leadership quotient has soared. Excuse me. I'd expect them to be screaming and fighting, but they stand like a captive army. I'd like to think they're crazy, but here I am walking the mayor to meet their leader, with all the ceremony and a military conference. The cell door opens, the air goes thick. I feel the mayor shudder in time with me. I ask one more time if he's sure he wants to go it alone. He gurgles and nods. I don't know if I'd call it courage. I hear a nervous giggle and an animal growl. I hear a handcuff link snap. I see something I take to my grave. Some idiot stops me from doing the obvious thing. The mayor is dead. The mutant leader ripped the mayor's throat out with his teeth. The mutant has returned to his cell. More on this as we get it. That's right, we've got police videotape of the mayor's murderer. Only on Channel 2, not for the squeamish. Stay tuned. Soviet destroyers have sighted in the waters off Corto Maltese, and in Gotham City it also looks like impending war as the city girds itself for the mutant attack. Check what's coming, man. Some peace. Tasty. Hey, who do you think it is? Hey, sweet peas, we got plans for you. Nice plans. Frigid, we cure her. The frightened silence has fallen over Gotham, silence broken only by the urgent words of the deputy mayor. Excuse me, Mayor Stevenson. If there are any members of the mutant organization listening, please, we still open to negotiation. You've been through quite a lot, Master Bruce. It follows that your judgment may be impaired. What are you getting at, Alfred? It's the girl, sir. Carrie, she's perfect. She's young, she's smart, she's brave. With her, I might be able to end the mutant nonsense once and for all. You see, it all gets down to their leader. They worship him. She's a sweet young child. She's more than that. Very well, sir. I shall come right out with it. Have you forgotten what happened to Jason? I'll never forget Jason. He was a good soldier. He honored me. But the war goes on. Please, I don't care if your mother is pregnant. He's on time or he'll have his badge. Commissioner, I'm reporting for duty. Few days early, aren't you, Captain Yindle? Any duty, sir. I'm afraid we're as ready as we're going to get, Captain. It's a waiting game now. If you'd like to wait here, have a seat. Your training begins tomorrow. It will be in weeks before you're ready for direct contact with the enemy. I have detailed plans tonight. Alter it in any way, take any chances, and you're fired. Commissioner, I've admired you since I was a child. Hard to believe that, Yindle, considering how you got your job. Yes, Gallagher, I don't like him. He loves you. I'm amazed at his judgment. I've read your record. You've got any kids, officer? Shut up. Thank you. I don't think he's read it. He only seemed to care how I felt about Batman. Let's not talk about Batman, shall we? The Batman, he nasty. Toss Spike right through the sign, Don. I figure that real cool, Rob. Figure fixing the sign don't billy up the price of the games. And Leader don't shiv on Batman. Leader say he pegged Batman. Leader say, but Leader chill in a cell, Don. Batman, he knew half the gang. Radical. Hey, eyes sideways, Dawn. Chicken legs coming wearing colors. I'm on chicken legs. All lines are busy. Just kinda my nasty Rob. Just Billy, just preschool mutant. Leader, take your face, touching me, Spud. Yeah, you leader, squeeze a figure. See, boys, I figure you ain't all bright. Figure you're mutants. We slicer dicers. I'm sure that's why you had the pipe. I don't shiv. But she don't shiv. Ain't fan what pipe, chicken leg. Ears only Spud, as in members. We mutants, what's this pipe? Pipe, Spud, West River and 40, attendance as in mandatory. Sure, the pipe we heard. Didn't hear it from me, Spud. Real cool, Rob. Just asking, officer. I love kids. You stand for everything I believe in, Commissioner. I always wanted to be the kind of cop you are. I can't understand how you can support a vigilante. You just think I'm senile, Yindle. Of course we knew about the pipe. Course. I'm sure you've heard old fossils like me talk about Pearl Harbor, Yindle. Excuse me. Fact is, we mostly lie about it. We make it sound like we all leaped to our feet and went after the Axis on the spot. We were scared. Rumors were flying. We thought the Japanese had taken California. We didn't even have an army. So there we were, lying in bed, pulling the sheets over our heads. And there was Roosevelt on the radio, strong and sure, taking fear and turning it into fighting spirit. Almost overnight, we had our army. We won the war. Since then, presidents have come and gone, each one seeming smaller, weaker, the best of them like faint echoes of Roosevelt. I'm talking too much. Go on. You ain't heard, man, the pipe. I heard, man, I heard. A few years back, I was reading a news magazine. A lot of people with a lot of evidence say that Roosevelt knew Pearl was going to be attacked and that he let it happen. Wasn't proven. Things like that never are. I couldn't stop thinking how horrible that would be, and how Pearl was what got us off our duffs in time to stop the Axis. But a lot of innocent men died. But we won the war. It bounces back and forth in my head until I realized I couldn't judge it. It was too big. He was too big. I don't see what this has to do with the vigilante. Maybe you will, Commissioner. You better see this. It's the mutants. There's thousands of them, Batman. Why? Why there? Because I want them there, Jim. We could move in with helicopters and all the men we have, maybe the National Guard. No, Jim. They can't be arrested. You could never hold them all. They have to be defeated, humiliated. It's the only way, Jim. I'm counting on your help. One last time, old friend. How about a wife? Got a sweet little wife? Shut up. Thompson, you're relieved. You come to say hello, old man? No, I came to say goodbye. You so dead, old man. Good boy, you know what to do with an open door. Now let's try a vent. It's your way out. Good boy. Forget to tell you about the drop. You'll be coming across a hole soon, just about the right size of you. There, just climb into the pipe. Remember, rats carry diseases. Don't eat any. Can you smell the river yet? See the end of the pipe? The only thing between you and it is me. Face me, fool. I kill you. I show you who rules Gotham City. Okay, boy. Show me. You see, Don, Batman, he nasty. Hope Rob don't say Paul's nasty. Paul's nasty. Shh. He's faster than I am, and stronger, and seemingly impervious to pain. But they do come smarter, and nobody very fast when he's thigh deep in mud. I wait for him to try a kick. Just give him the right kind of cut above the eyes, the kind that bleeds. My mistake was to try to match his savagery, to fight like a young man. Right on schedule, the blood hits his eyes. I grab a clump of mud. Leader's boggin'. Leader Billy Berserk Spud. Leader Peg Batman UC. Shh. He charges blind. A quick one to the nerves cluster in his deltoid. It doesn't hurt him, but no force on earth could help him move his left arm now. His right, it's fast, too fast. He dusted. My mon, bats don't shy, you see. Blackness comes in from the edges. I get sick of the arm and kill it below the elbow. He spins at the perfect moment, goes for my throat. Have to take us down. You don't get it, boy. This isn't a mud hole. This is an operating table, and I am the surgeon. Something tells me to stop with the leg. I don't listen. The mutants are dead. The mutants are history. This is the mark of the future. Gotham City belongs to the Batman. Just as I predicted, the Batman has infected the youth of Gotham, poisoned them with an insidious excuse for the most violently antisocial behavior. We're not talking about letting the mutant leader go. Once he is mobile, he will be arraigned to see if he can fit to stand trial or the victim of mental illness. Batman, I'm plain tired of hearing about him. Him and how he doesn't let things stop him or just let things go the way us humans do. We count two. Though surrounded by sinfulness and terror, we must become so embittered that we take Satan's methods as our own. Do not expect any further statements. The sons of Batman do not talk, we act. Let Gotham's criminals beware. They're about to enter hell. So a bunch of psychopaths turn on criminals instead of innocents. For this you want to blame Batman? The president is concerned. You can bank on that, pal. But don't expect him to go jumping on Gotham's own fine mayor and governor. No, sir. This is America. I said no comment. Let me tell you my secret. Seems everybody wants to know what it is. They tell me I'm handling it well, my retirement that is. They smile and stare at me, a little too obvious about how curious they are. They wonder how I can leave it behind without at least a month or two of feeling useless. 50 years of this and they wonder. Life will be easier now. I won't feel like dad to an entire city of souls. I won't bleed with every single ounce of my children. When I think of Bruce and what he's done and for, I don't think he could possibly know how much I bent and broke the rules for him all these years. When I think of Bruce, then I wish they hadn't retired me. He's finished, and there was no way to tell him that. No point, I guess. I won't be seeing him again. I mean, sure, I'll see him. He's that close to too polite. But I'm out of the picture now, out of his picture. I'm going to tell you a secret, the one I'll tell nobody at the banquet. What will I say at the banquet? It's a simple secret. I think of Sarah, the rest is easy. The wind rises, tearing dead leaves free. Frogs croak like a cartoon alarm. Crickets pick up the chorus. A wolf howls. I know how he feels. Alright, that's it for tonight. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this out. Let me know what you want to see. And as always, you have a super slumber.